We first came across True and North through a startup accelerator that we were involved in, and together all of the startups had a one-day training session with David from True and North.
So I thought the workshop was very good. I enjoyed it immensely. I remember thinking that I wish I'd been on this workshop before I started doing enterprise sales in my previous job.
It's refreshing to attend a course where you have a range of different people in the room. You know, it's not just a course for the beginners. You know, it's a course for experts. It's a course for people that might not be sales facing.
Since the workshop, I've changed my mindset in the way I approach an opportunity to sell various products and services within our business, to really focus on what the value that it will add to a client's business and shaping an approach focused on the value to the client rather than the value to Havas Media as an agency.
The biggest impact was using the pre-meeting planner, which is a fantastic tool used to assess a client before you meet them. And by using that directly, I understood that a certain client was looking to engage with a US and a UK market. What that meant is that translated into actually tapping into both UK and US budgets, which essentially turned a deal from being 30k to 100k.
I think without the True North workshop, we wouldn't have made it through the first door. It would have been another email sent, another few phone calls bounced around. It just never would have got off the ground. Almost immediately after the first session, when we started focusing more on the individuals and more on the particular brands and the needs, we sent a very targeted email to a huge, I mean, one of the biggest retailers in the world, fashion brand, and quite quickly we got a message back saying, hey, we'd love to have a call. But then rather than saying, yeah, you know, we're great to be on a call at 2 o'clock and not think about it, we did a lot of preparation for the call. We looked at who's going to be on the call. We sort of did even more research into the kind of things that might spark some interest for them.
Through listening to other clients in the room at the time, it became evident that there was actually a slightly bigger opportunity than the brief that we had been given. And having done the True North workshop, the approach that I took to this was to be much more direct, pitching our expertise to make it aware that we could really help them in this area. It actually allowed us to pitch for 40% more of their business than was initially included on the brief. So a really valuable outcome for us.
The most significant thing I learned from the workshop was the question around the consequences of asking the customer the questions about, you know, what would inactivity mean for them? What happens if they didn't do it? You know, the True North workshop, it took me through that understanding that I really needed to ask that question, especially when maybe an opportunity had stalled or wasn't really moving fast enough, and just to remind people, you know, that it's not all the lovely positive roses about we're going to solve problems together. Sometimes you just need to remind them a little bit, like, you know, they need to get moving and fix this stuff.
The objective really was to provide a framework to sell the myriad of marketing and communication services that we offer to our clients. The real value, I believe, of the workshop, that it provided this framework in an easy to comprehend manner, and it was very easy to take that away from the workshop and put it into practice pretty quickly to reap a positive benefit.